I appreciate being allowed to speak here. My name is Eunice St. Clair. I'm Executive Director of Citizens for Safe Technology Society. I'm a non-profit educational organization. We have been absolutely overwhelmed by citizens' response from Vancouver. In response to that, we have started a human rights action aiming to protect people with medical diagnosis requesting accommodation of an analog meter. The question before you, in my opinion, is very simple. Is the forced application upon people by means of intimidation, bullying, and harassment, is that a democratic process? And that is the question before you. I heard yesterday a lot of talk about transparency. You're all willing to bang the podium about transparency. There has been no transparency here. This is a forced application of a risk upon people in their home. It violates their space. It violates their security. BC Hydro has no right, being a health agency, absolutely no right whatsoever. They are refusing to pay attention to medical doctors asking for their patients to be accommodated. I have over 60 medical doctors that say their patients need to be accommodated for varied types of medical conditions. They are all, one and all, refused accommodation. In fact, when they send in their letter requesting accommodation as required under the Human Rights Act, BC Hydro continues to belittle and harass them by harassing them on the phone and with letters. They are actually in violation of the Human Rights Act when they do that. They should not be allowed to be giving medical advice. BC Hydro has a mandate to provide us with power. They have a meter to meter the power. This is no longer a simple meter. This is a radio frequency computerized surveillance device, and we are most concerned about the radio frequency. Indeed, there is much science that shows the pulsed on-off signal is far more biologically active to the cell than any kind of continuous wave, and that's what it is. It goes on and off continuously. We have been told, go off-grid or leave the province. Is this democratic process? Is this something that should be allowed? This is the question before you. People are being intimidated. They are being told, we will cut your power. We will charge you huge amounts. We are the only place in the world, pretty much, that is not allowing an opt-out. Why is that? Why has Quebec got an opt-out after 1 month of saying no? For those of you who are fine with radio frequency technology, great, have it in your homes. Sit and bathe in the microwave radiation. That's your choice. But people have the choice whether they drink coffee, which is a known cancer risk, or whether they use things that are poisons in their home. This choice is being stripped from them by a corporation that stands up here and fills your head with nonsense, just as a tobacco company would stand up here and tell you how great their products are. They tell you that the meter read data. They give you information on the meter read data, the small amount of transmissions that send the meter read data. They're not telling you about the synchronization, the mesh management, the thousands of signals that go. I've measured them every 3 to 6 seconds on devices that are not even fully active yet. And they can be measured far away. I'm talking to people that can no longer live in their houses, that have to restrict their measurements, their ways of being to their rooms. Are you going to tell me to slow down?
No.
Anyway.
No,
listen.
Speed's not the issue, just elapsed time.
Forcing people to suffer health risks against their will within their own private homes is indefensible in our society. The BC Hydro mantra of no opt-out, is more akin to Nazi Germany, our Nazi slogan, and does not befit nor benefit our free society. It's absolutely ridiculous. There are many ways to hardwire this. This whole talk about, oh, it's worse to go over the power lines. What an absolutely ridiculous statement. It can be put through the phone lines. It can be put through fiber optic lines. You can have people keep their analogs. They can take pictures of them, email them in. It is not a problem. The fact is, the BC Hydro does not want to work properly, respectfully, and honorably with its customers. It wants to intimidate and harass its customers. I ask you to protect the people under the Charter of Rights and Freedoms, under our Constitution. This is a very big deal. It's an invasion of human rights within their own home. It's a violation of their home. I am electrohypersensitive. I am medically diagnosed. I do not have any kind of psychological disorder. My husband and I started one of the first cell phone companies in the late 80s in Vancouver. We were never warned there was a health risk. We used wireless technology extensively. We were the first to have everything. I now cannot function with wireless technology. I am one of the ones who will have to leave my home if a smart meter is put on my home. I am that sensitive. And it's because I have been overexposed. I have used this technology extensively. This is not acceptable, that people cannot live the way they choose, safely and respected within their own homes. And if you think it doesn't apply to you, then just wait until the next erosion of human rights, of civil rights, of democratic rights is pushed down your throat. Because that's what's happening to us. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Darlene Hawk has to top that.